So a friend of ours has been bringing us eggs and brought us 3 18 counts, which I'm so excited about because we go through eggs so quickly. I'm going to try to use up these potatoes for dinner. I'm going to put them in the crock pot with some carrots and gravy. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. So I've got a 2-pound bag of carrots I dumped in here. I'm just going to cut off the ends because some of them look a little questionable. And then I've got a half a bag, and then I've got half a bag of 1.5 pounds of carrots I'm also going to put in here. So one of these packets are different today than we normally use, but you're going to need an Italian seasoning packet, a ranch packet, and a brown gravy mix. I'm going to use 2 brown gravy mixes. I usually get the Kroger Italian seasoning, but this one should be fine. So we're going to put it all in the crock pot and add our 4 cups of water. It's also easier to mix this up if you have less water. So I've just got my 2 cups of water. I'm going to mix both gravy packets in with it and then add 2 more cups of water. Now we're just going to mix up our carrots and try to get as many of them under the liquid as we can. Okay, that should be good. I'm going to cover it up and put it on high for about 4 hours. Also, another little handy tip that I picked up watching Food Network when I was little was they would keep like a trash bag, or most of the time it was like a trash bowl because it looked a lot nicer wherever they were cooking at, and they would put all their trash in the bowl so they wouldn't have to make like tons of trips back to the trash can while they're cooking, and then you just dump the bowl when you're done. Doesn't have to be fancy. Today mine was the carrot bag and I put all my trash in it, and then I'm just going to throw it away. So this is what it will look like. I could have mixed my ranch packet up a little bit more, or I could have at all because I didn't mix it up at all. I just dumped it in here, but you can add that in with your gravy packet if you don't want like the little clumps in there, but they should cook out as they're cooking. I'm going to put the lid on this and cook it for probably about 4 hours on high, and I'll check it about halfway through. So this is what I'm using for our protein for dinner. We're going to do bite-sized hamburger steaks, aka meatballs. It's just cuter if I say bite-sized. But these are the farm rich 100% beef flame broiled meatballs, and I'm just going to add them into the crock pot the last hour of the carrots cooking. Hey guys, I wanted to bring you guys along today for a very busy, kind of productive day in the life. It's nothing pretty, nothing aesthetic. It's unfiltered, very, very realistic. Cleaning, getting stuff done with me, just spend the day at home with me. Now that I've got food on to cook in the crock pot for dinner, or part of it, I'm going to change out of my little PJs here. They've got little lattes on them, and get into something that I can get a lot of cleaning done in. So we'll be right back. Okay, so here is my little outfit for the day. It's just a comfy t-shirt. I think these are like the Bella Canvas, but they are the comfiest t-shirts. They're thin and lightweight. And then I've got some of my little comfy shorts on. But now we can do all the cleaning we need to get done, all the picking up. First things first is making my bed. I'm gonna take off my glasses because they glare. But the side of my room behind me has been a colossal mess forever. So we're going to get rid of that right now. Let's go. So my sister and brother-in-law got this for me for Christmas, and I know it's something special because I've seen people use these all the time, but it's a rechargeable lighter. I don't know what this does, but I see people do it all the time. So it's got a charging port, and you can turn it off and on, shows how charged it is. Then you just press the button and it makes like a little electric, I don't know what that is, lightning bolt to light your candles. And it also bends, so you have like a tiny candle that you can't, well, I mean you could, but if you have a little tiny candle you could just bend it over so it can reach down in there. I also have things in here like my brushes I really need to clean. So I'm going to go ahead and take these to the bathroom and let these start soaking. I am no expert at cleaning makeup brushes at all, but I'm going to show you how I do it. So I'm going to wash out my little holder first. And now the first thing I do, I don't know if it's right, but I use my makeup remover on my brushes first, and then I clean them with Dawn. So I'm going to put a little bit more Dawn in this and put some warm water. Up and put a little bit of my makeup remover in here, a little bit of water, and then my brush. I also have this little section here that is driving me nuts, so we're gonna clear it out and take the junk that we don't need on here off. So we're gonna check on our carrots. It's been cooking for 2 hours. So I'm gonna give them a good stir. And then I'm gonna level them out a little bit. And then we're gonna add our meatballs in. So I'm gonna add about 4 per person. Okay, my battery died, but I take that back. I'm going to add about 6 per person. And then I'm just going to spread them out in an even layer on top and try to push them down in the liquid. And then we're going to let these cook for another 2 hours. So we've got, I'm calling them bite-sized hamburger steaks with mashed potatoes, gravy, carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, and cheese, and a dinner roll. So I just got done finished making pasta. Now this is going to be crackers, and this is my starter that I'm going to let grow. But I'm going to knead this out a little bit and then set it in the fridge to rest for 30 minutes. Here is my thing of pasta. It's 3 recipes, so I tried to divide it up, but I don't think I divided it up super well. I'll probably get it all out and knead it together when it rests anyways. So that needed to set for 30 minutes too. So it's the next day and I'm having to run to the store. I've got some baking to do. So I'm going to go and get the things to do that. And then we'll be back ready to bake. So we just got back from the store and I'm going to get everything out of the bag so it's a little bit easier to see. And then I'll run you through all the things we got. So this was a pretty big haul today. I went for several things that was on sale, along with when we got there were several things like marked down. So I did stock up on those, what they had, but I'll run you through everything we got and let you in on all the goodies I found. Okay, so right here in the middle is really like one of the things that I went for that I had to have. I needed flour, so I got all-purpose bread flour. I wanted to make graham crackers with my sourdough starter, so I got some whole wheat flour. It's, yeah, golden wheat, whole wheat flour. Got another bag of all-purpose flour. I got some cake mixes, almond extract, some yeast for bread. Then this was one of my little goodies I found. They had marked down this Laura's Lean ground beef for $3.94. So I grabbed several packs of those. They had bacon on sale, so we grabbed 2 packs of that. I have not yet tried the Sherbet Swirl Alani, and they had them for 2 for $4, so I grabbed 2 of those so I could give them a try, and we'll spin you around. And then I got a couple packs of this pork and steak rub. We love to grill out, and it's just now getting warm here to be able to like kind of officially be grilling season. Another thing I always stock up on when it's on sale is butter. This is the sweet cream butter. I get the unsalted because I bake with it a lot. I can't really tell a huge difference, but if you're making something that's sensitive to how salty it is, it's good to have unsalted butter. I got some caramel syrup for coffee. Miracle Whip and Hellmann's mayonnaise was on sale. We use quite a bit of Hellmann's for making ranch or sandwiches. During the holidays, we use them for like pasta salads, potato salads, stuff like that. And then we like Miracle Whip for our sandwiches. And then they had chips on sale for $1.99. My mom loves these dill pickle chips, as do I. But we also found these wavy Funyuns that we thought would be fun. So Dad grabbed a bag of those. And then we love these Frito chili cheese and the honey barbecue, the twist. Oh. So I grabbed some of those so when we're like watching movies of an evening. And then pineapples were on sale for I think like $1 something. So I grabbed one of those, and then I'm going to make a banana Foster cake for my brother-in-law this weekend. So I had to get a bunch of bananas. So that's all we got. Also have 5 more things of Miracle Whip and mayonnaise and 5 more sticks of butter, like packs of butter. And then I got 2 packs of boneless beef top round steaks. I have never cooked these, but they had 2 of them on sale, so I grabbed those. And we will put these in the fridge until we're ready to make them. So I just set my flour over here because I'll be using it. But this is the fun part, trying to find where all this can go. So I left my flour here because I'm going to be using it here in a minute. But I'm going to find out where to stash the rest of this stuff at. I made pasta last night and crackers. This is the cracker dough. And this is the pasta dough. So I really need to do something with this here soon. I'm just going to pretend that I got all the groceries put up. And I'm going to feed my sourdough starter. So last night it rose all the way to the top, popped the little lid off, and then went back down. So that's what all this stuff is on the stove is from. It's from where it rose so far. So now we're gonna feed it. I hate when the flour does that. I try to like squish the top at the store to make sure it doesn't do that. But sometimes So I don't normally measure this out, but I'm going to this time just because, I don't know, I kind of feel like it. But we're going to do half a cup. That is not going to fit me. Hold on, let me be back. Now we got a smaller one. I'm going to do 2/3 cup flour. And then 2/3 cup water. And you want it to be a really like thick pancake batter. So I'm gonna add like 1/3 cup and then like a little smaller third of a cup on the second one, because I can always add a little bit more water. If it gets too thin, I can always add flour too, but I prefer to add more water if it needs to be thinned down. Now we're just going to stir. Now it is way too much for this jar, so I'm going to go bowl pour it in. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more flour to it because it does look quite thin. My hands are clean, so. Just to thicken it up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna put the lid on it and stick it in the microwave with the light on low. Also, another thing I've been really strict on this time since starting up my sourdough starter is I've not poured any of the sourdough like water down the drain. So that's just bubbles. Last time I didn't pour sourdough starter down the drain, but I would like rinse out my cups. This time I haven't not been, so I'll just watch it until like the bubbles come to the top. I'm gonna let this soak and then I'll take it outside and pour it out.